Hello.
Okay, and we are live. All right, hello everybody. Welcome to another live stream we got. Today we're going to be doing some Supreme Commander Total Annihilation matches, as well as some more ProTA sneak peeks. And from my previous beating, we have Swkoll, who's going to be our Supreme Commander player, who is going to be trying his hand at ProTA today against our one of our resident ProTA testers and OTA players, TimmyFred. Also on the stream today, we have Dragun, who is the creator of the Supreme Commander Total Annihilation mod.
Maintainer.
Is it Dragun?
Maintainer. I thought the term maintainer.
Oh, okay.
I'm good. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. That's right. That's right. He's not the creator. He's the maintainer of it. He's currently making updates to it. We've also got Vohv. You have to pronounce it. You have to correct me if I said that wrong. Vohv. Which I'm told that it has something to do with breakfast food. And then we have oh wow, I've forgotten the name. Balthazar, who is also joining us today. And he's got some stuff that we're going to show off with regards to, I believe it's his mod he's working on. So lots of stuff to work on. Sorry, not lots of stuff to work on. Lots of stuff to show you guys tonight. And so we're going to start out with some fantastic Total Annihilation play here. So for those who aren't familiar, ProTA, its testing name was VMod. It's a mod created by Venom. It's supposed to have a very similar feel to OTA. So Swkoll has accepted that as a acceptable substitute for his initiation into the OTA world. He's going to get to go against TimmyFred first here, and I believe we have a not necessarily map pick, but a choice of a choke point map. So we're going to be going with a classic known as the Great Divide, which, or it's actually just Great Divide.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes.
Oh, don't know,
Optimistic.
fantastic. I believe in your Mass Jeffy's trap that you were prototyping earlier.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure that's the meta, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. You definitely want to run Jeffy's through a tight choke where they can all die at once. It's really effective.
That's precisely what you want to do. So now, I believe I'm not going to be doing any coaching here. So this is all going to be instinct, right?
Yeah. Yes. This first game will be, basically starting off tough to an extent, as well as showing what to expect from a quote-unquote regular kind of TA gameplay, as well as once again introducing, letting Vohv and Balthazar here talk a bit about their work on TA0 in the case of Vohv, and for Balthazar, what Balthazar has done in creating or taking inspiration from TA for their own units in the Blue Lawn mod.
So, just for those in the chat right now, let me know if there's any audio issues or anything that we may not be aware of, so we can make sure our stream stays healthy. And what we're looking at here, this is TAF. This is the new client, which looks suspiciously like FAF.
With FAF wearing a mustache.
Exactly. Axel's the one who's been working on that and getting this working out. So there's some great features on this that have never been available for TA. I know I've showed them off on another stream, and I'll show it on when we move to the next one, because I think we've already got this one ready to go. Let's go ahead and launch this, and we'll get into TA.
So I will not be being a coach? Is that what I heard?
Is that what we're doing? Are we doing no coach, or should I?
I can, if you wish, I can move channel and you can coach him while also casting those.
Okay, let's do that then, because I think that'll be a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
So Swkoll, I will be your coach here. TimmyFred is going to be playing against you. But the very first decision that you will need to make is whether or not you are core or arm.
Well, I mean, you're the expert here, Postal, so I will defer to your wisdom and judgment.
Well, there's only one acceptable choice, and that is core. So that means we may have to make TimmyFred be arm.
now. So it's
All right. Okay.
No.
now. So
color?
actually, so the third decision, if we played a different mod that Vohv actually made about the Guardians of I always forget the last word of that.
Guardians of Goddess.
Guardians of Caress. Can you tell us a bit about that faction? Well, they're all setting up here, and how you introduce that into
So
the
yeah,
game.
I just wanted to make a new faction into the game, and I went along with this weird alien thingy. I guess it draws a lot of inspiration from Warhammer's Eldar and maybe a little bit of Protoss here and there, and a little bit of historical references to Egyptian stuff and stuff like that.
But also, in addition to your work on TA, for your SCTA stuff, I know you've also done a little bit of stuff for Still Madge. Anything you want to mention about, faction creation?
Okay, here we go.
All right, Postal.
Oh, wait, here, I didn't auto-pause. I'll pause it real quick. Okay. All right, you can go ahead and take a look at the map right here. I can't see exactly where you're starting. Swkoll, are you bottom right?
Top left.
Top left. Okay, so you have top, which actually I think is a little harder to play. First thing you probably want to do is hit enter and then type plus shoot all.
There we go.
There you go.
All right.
You are a OTA pro already. Okay, so what you're going to do here is we're going to start out. In TA, you always start energy. The reason for that is because you will stall if you do not. Also, you end up wasting the free metal that your commander produces. So right where you're sitting, you should be able to click on your commander, click on a solar, hold down the shift key, and then you should be able to move it around. You want to go solar on this. It's going to be a little bit easier to manage your energy. You can build a few wins here, but it's easier to go solar here, in my opinion. So, alrighty, ready?
All right. So
Okay,
one solar panel,
One
and
solar,
then
and then you're going to drop 2 mexes. Actually, you know what? Do you want to rush him? How do you feel about rushing?
I feel like that's probably my best option.
Okay. What's the right? Go 1 solar, 1 mex, another solar, and then build your vehicle plant. Actually, no, wait. This is VMod. This is ProTA. Go KBot. Okay.
All right.
Ready? Here we go. Okay. There you go. So you got your solar. Now you see there's those 2 mexes. The one in the top left, that's a 1.7. The one that's right next to you is a 1.2. But because you don't want to spend time walking, you're going to build the 1.2. And then you're going to build a second solar. And then you're going to build your KBot lab.
All right. Well, we've already goofed up. So I had queued the other one up to save time, but now I've...
That's okay. You should be able to... All right.
Wait, hold up.
Okay, just ignore that.
What do you mean, just ignore that? What's that doing there?
This is a common TA bug.
Description is engine.
Yeah. So now build your other solar. You can see his commanders, so you kind of actually have an idea of what his build is like. Oh, okay, I see. You built that second one. Yeah, your rush might be a little slow here.
Yeah, we've kind of goofed it up significantly.
Okay, well, let's go for a slower, more steady build then. So now after that solar, go ahead and build that top mex.
All right.
That metal extractor is probably making 0.8, right? Yeah, it's a 0.8.
Yep.
Yeah, so you see bottom right, Timmy starts with a 2.0, a 2.0, and a 1.7. So this is why it's a little bit tougher. So you want to position your KBot lab to the right and just under those trees. It's probably the better place. That'll put you closer to those metal extractors that are off to the right. I wish I could actually like mark and show you what I'm talking about, but...
All right. We've got it.
There you go. All right, as soon as that's done, you're going to need more E. So, and you're also going to want a radar. But out of that KBot lab, go ahead and push out 2 AKs. Just a pair of them.
All right.
And use your
Send them to the choke?
use your commander to guard them out. So click on it real quick with your commander.
So actually assist them out. One.
Yep, assist them out. This is one thing, the build power of the commander in TA is really fast. See how fast that AK gets done? Go ahead and guard it again, and then send them down to the choke, but you want to do more than the choke. Those aren't going to be very good at necessarily holding any position. All right, go ahead and push out a K-Bot Con as well, a construction vehicle, construction unit. Let's see, I'd go 3 and have your commander guard to build them out.
All right.
For everyone on the stream, you guys can see what Timmy's doing here. Albrecht, you're saying Swkoll is a little loud. He blocked his commander head. All right.
Mimi.
Timmy did, yeah. All right, so go on over. Oh, you should be building more K-Bot cons. What's going on? This is really glitchy. Oh, okay. You accidentally hit the cloak button on your commander. So now you're blinking in and out. You need to hit that again because you're using a crap ton of energy.
All right, we've solved the problem. So do these guys want to move through the choke?
Yeah, go ahead and move them down, and then move them down to the left. Because if you go right, likely he's already too built up to be able to defend against that. And you just want to find a con. He probably has a con going to the left. So send those AKs over to the metal patches in the middle and to the left, and your objective is to find and destroy construction K-Bots. Or vehicles, depending on what he's got.
We're on the lookout.
You're also going to need to build yourself a radar.
Yeah, we'll put that on the... we'll do that. I'm not really seeing the cons, which is somewhat concerning.
That's because he has radar.
Oh.
Running away.
Keep moving your... Keep him moving. You can't win that fight right there. Oh, you found a con, but you're not going to be able to get him on time. So, okay, so you want to use your... Oh, sorry, I should be helping you. You got to keep that K-Bot lab busy. Right now, actually, you're stalling.
I can't, I'm really stalling.
Yeah, so take your commander and cap those mexes real quick. I should have told you to do that earlier. And take that one idle con that's just sitting there that was building that solar. Have him guard the K-Bot lab, and you're going to guard out a whole bunch of AKs, and you're going to use your commander to expand. So you see how your commander just kind of walked over that metal patch? You usually don't want to do that. You want to, if you're next to it, build it because of how fast your commander can actually build.
All right.
So, and then you're going to take your AKs, you're going to be moving them down towards the choke. Your commander, you're going to kind of move forward onto those 2 metal patches up front, and you're going to build a radar.
So, also, Swkoll is doing that. Can you bring up the wind generators I sent you earlier? Oh, about.
The pictures?
Yes.
I cannot bring them onto the stream at this moment because of the way TA works and streaming.
Rest in peace.
So keep your radar. Your radar should. There you go. You see this?
Look.
You see some dots. So now you're gonna
see some dots.
So you need to move your AKs into a position to be able to protect your construction units, as well as protect your resources. So you. That's interesting that my watching is not... We got some interesting lag here from me as a watcher. Okay, so your commander... There you go. Yeah, fired the shot. You got those dots coming in on the top right. You did not move any AKs to intercept.
Well, I don't have, I think, sufficient numbers to do much intercepting.
You have 3, and that you have... Now, keep in mind, because he'll be shooting at your resources. If you have 3 or 4...
Cover behind your buildings.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. You just use the buildings as cover. You can shoot over them.
Right.
Keep moving. You got another one down to the right.
So this something Timmy talked about earlier with Swkoll actually was
there you go.
All right.
Nano blocking.
That was not particularly good right there because you lost a bunch of mexes. But now you can take that one con that's sitting there idle, recap, and you want to move with your because you got your commander down there. You can build up a radar, and you should be able to cover the choke with radar, and then move your AKs down there. And then once you're in position there... Oh no. Timmy!
There might have been some discussion of this.
Well, if you want to get a draw, now's your chance. Go deke on him. Okay, so what you want to do to get him out of here, take that construction cape out. Grab it, build a missile tower, drop it right next to your... Oh, no, move it.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, too slow. Yeah.
Okay, now there's a nest. Now he's got a nest there, so you needed to drop a bunch of missile towers. You can try and... Oh, you are screwed.
Yeah, we realize this.
Okay, so you got a bunch of idle AKs. Because his commander is up and to your left, you now know you have a little bit more open space. You can kind of see based on your radar.
Laser turrets, but...
Yeah, you could drop a laser tower if you want, but that's not going to do much of anything, I don't think. Also, you are cloaking and uncloaking again, meaning you're wasting a ton of energy.
Meaning I'm accidentally hitting the button.
Yeah, that's one of the things about its position that I'm not a big fan of, but it's just the way we might need to see if Venom can move that around to make it a little more user-friendly. Okay, so this is a very silly comm rush by Timmy right here.
So about that draw we could take.
Yeah, all you need to do is walk to your left and then just deke on him.
Yes.
You know, maybe that's the tactically sound thing. You know, he was telling me earlier.
Further left, up. There you go.
Oh, there he is.
So dumb.
We found him. That's kind of like a win. If you think about it.
I don't know why he actually exposed his comm.
Wow, okay.
I have no shame.
Fire on them to stop them from killing his commander right there.
Yeah.
Oh no! I'm like, okay, so how do you feel about taking a draw? All right, so here, let me pull up.
Yeah, Balthazar's wind generators. Balthazar, you want to mention anything about your wind generators? Have you bring them up?
Yeah, that was something I developed for Brewland quite a few years ago at this point. Mine were only loosely based on the originals, so you can see the design lineage between them if you look between them, but yeah, there's nothing special about them.
You should be able to see it. There we go. It's on the stream now. All right. Hey, Max. Welcome. All right. And then here I can go over. I can pull the other one over. So yeah, here's our... I think the one on the left is the original. The one on the left is the original, and then the one on the right, I think, is your new one. Is that right? You're probably looking at the red ones right now. In just a sec, you'll see. I get the purple, nice purple ones over. If you, there you
go. I don't see this.
Oh no! Are you on the YouTube stream?
I'm not on any of the streams. No one ever sent me a link.
So, that's right. Sorry.
It's an announcement, by the way. If you go to announcements, it's posted right there.
Okay.
I'll just send it to you there as well.
How do I find my live stream link? We gotta post this in the. I know I gotta post it in the.
I can post it where.
Yes, the right one is my recreation.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say it looks pretty cool with the.
Should I post a link to our Discord?
Yeah, go ahead and put it on the TAU Discord too. That way we can let everyone know.
And then we have some other models that we have made today. We have a few models from actually Vohv's own TAZO mod here. His fusion generator is alongside the Evolver one, and we see the Cybern generators right next to them.
Might look a little bit mismatching, but whatever.
I mean, oh yeah, everyone loves to mention that. You're not the only one. What did you say earlier when I showed you them initially?
Did I say something?
No, Balthazar. I was talking about this a bit earlier today.
Here we go.
What's
so here's the Guardians. Oh, those are Punishers, actually.
Yeah. So I will note, I was using an older version of Bulan. The actual Guardian model that Balthazar has in the most updated version of Bulan does look much better. Just to mention that.
Here's our Guardian look-alike. You can see just higher detail for, because TA came out in 1997. Just your straight copies are, it looks a little dated, whereas the one on the right looks pretty sleek. Sleek and tight.
It's also in the UEF art style as opposed to the ARM art style, which are not identical, or even similar in a lot of cases.
Just a big ground-based cannon. Alrighty, so shall we move to some metal maps here?
Yes.
Alrighty, so we want I guess we want Swkoll to be on the same as I am. So now this is my payback match. I haven't actually had the opportunity to really play Swkoll after he absolutely made me lose terribly, even though he gave me 2 minutes of build time on a map where apparently there was a lot of reclaim in the middle, and I didn't realize it.
And also you had an overpowered Necro, which I did not know because I did not realize how Necro actually worked in TA.
But take it out on me right now before we get into Game 3, Game 4.
Yeah.
So is Timmy? Are you? Timmy's not yet. Timmy is muted.
Oh.
What happened? Sorry.
So Timmy, I'll have you and Squabble in the chat so you can coach.
We're doing CPIA this time.
Yes.
Cool.
So are we leaving?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to coach you.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, so you two are taking off, and it'll just be me here, all by myself?
Yeah. What is Balthazar, Vohv, and I? Are we sliced bread?
I mean,
you're pretty white flour, so.
I mean, it's just going to be. I just don't know what Timmy's going to be pulling here. I need somebody to go spy on them while they're talking. I can't lose this. You don't understand. Here you go. We're going to go ahead and start this up. The thing is, I'm actually not the greatest at Core Prime Industrial Area. So I should win this, though, just because I should. This map is also very difficult to play because of ridiculous amount of clicking. Okay, so for those who've never played Core Prime Industrial before, I know it was a big, or online, I know it's a pretty popular metal map just to play against the AI and everything like that, so you can have infinite resources. But the objective here is to get huge, and get huge very, very, very quickly. So what we will do is I will go ahead and we'll get in here, and I will kind of show you what the idea is. You need to maximize your build power, and to do that, you basically just have to be able to guard out a crap ton of cons. And by a crap ton, I mean a lot. So you can see what I'm doing here is I'm taking my build and I'm putting it really close to my commander. The idea being is I want my commander to not have to walk very far at all to be able to build the stuff that I want him to build. And I'm forgetting how many of each I need before I drop a lab, but so
that's your question there in stream postal.
Albrecht, I don't know what you mean by the ditch.
Ditch is a very high reclaim map. The ditch would actually be what is that city with the bass buildings in it? And the lake in the middle. Auburn. I'm forgetting the name of this.
Yeah, this isn't reclaim though. So on metal maps and Total Annihilation, the ground makes metal, and it makes 2.3 per metal extractor. So you can see right here, we got a metal extractor going down, and as soon as that's up, you can take a look at my income, you'll see it jump up to 3.3. So, and you can see why I built the way I built, so that way my commander is not having to walk at all, as he is hosing out this stuff as fast as possible. So it's kind of like Crazy Rush, except these were metal maps in OTA. Now in OTA there are different maps with different ground values. I think I'm doing this out of order. So like lava maps, for example, in OTA will have a 0.2 ground metal value. So it's not just metal maps that actually have this. It can be some other maps too.
You have the closest
Actually, every map has it.
That's true. Yeah.
There's a minimum value, which is, well, 1, and that translates to some little bit of metal.
Yeah, so it's just your metal extractor will almost certainly never pay off if you yes. Now, if Tiptushi ever watches the stream, he'll be banging his head against the wall based on my build here. So forgive me, all OTA players, for me not actually knowing how to build on CPIA.
But the actual equivalent to the ditch, just so you guys know, is a map called Trout Farm. At least that's my understanding. Anyway.
Yeah, trout. Okay, so that's Trout Farm is a very high reclaim map. There's not a lot of metal on the ground, but there's a lot on the map to reclaim. So.
Yeah. Actually, Vohv, tell us a bit about the process of the ground metal. I assume it's just a value they set in the maps, or is anything else?
Yeah. So every tile on the map has a metal value, and this metal value ranges from 1 to 256.
Wait, what?
Yeah, but that's per tile. And now this every metal extractor, these basic metal extractors, they are 3x3 tiles. So they cover 9 tiles. So they reclaim metal from 9 of those, multiplied by their values. And then every metal extractor has this kind of metal extraction multiplier. Let me dig up the other one. Little moment.
Yeah. And also, this is the question also for you, just to kind of build on what you talked about everything earlier. I was told, again, I don't know how true this is, but this is the maps you actually could legitimately see a Krogoth in.
So yeah, okay.
Yeah, you would see a Krogoth. It wasn't uncommon to see Krogoths on this map, just because metal is not the object here. That's not what slows people down. It is just build power and your ability to keep up with everything. So you can see what I'm doing here is I've got another con on there. I'm planning on pushing out more build power. You can see I'm using one con to guard another over there on the left, and the reason for that is because I want to minimize work in progress at this point. So this solar has invested metal and resources into it right now, but it's not producing me anything.
Makes sense.
So yeah, can I finish what I was saying?
Sorry, I apologize.
Basic metal extractor has a extracts metal multiplier of 0.001. So you take those 9 tiles, their metal values, adapt them together, and then multiply with this 0.001. And this gives you that 2.3 metal here.
Neat. And I actually know you've added a lot of features to your TA0 maps. Anything you want to mention? Like any cool features you want to talk about or mention to us?
Well, I handled the metal economy a little bit differently in T0. I changed all the metal deposits so that they give a fixed value of metal. So you don't have to wonder about which metal deposits cover first. They're all the same value, which is 3 metal per deposit for tier 1 metal extractors.
Interesting.
And then the higher level tier 2 metal extractors only produce twice that.
Rob, you done anything you want to add?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything you want to add to that? Or I have a question I want to ask Postal about VMod. Kind of build what you just said. Kind of build what you were just asking. You just mentioned. Because in I'm told in OTA you basically never build mohos.
That is right. In OTA, you would build them on a metal map like this. But you really generally wouldn't build them. I would use them occasionally on Painted Desert or something like that. Maybe that's why I was a total nub cake. But I would use it if I had the metal in storage to build it. But didn't quite have enough for building a fusion just to try and get a little bit jump start. And then I would reclaim it later just because it's generally not as efficient as, a regular metal extractor, honestly. Just the time it takes to build. It's just not worth it.
Should be noted that the metal deposits in OTA are usually the same 3x3 size, and the Vohv metal extractor is larger than that, so it kind of wastes its potential on the basic deposits. But here on metal maps, it can extract from its full footprint, so it gets way more metal.
Yeah, that makes sense. And how have you guys in VMod and TA0 both tackled this?
Well, in TA0, I don't have metal maps because I have a specially made map pack for mod, and I haven't made real metal maps in it. There are some metal superstructure maps, but they have deposits. They don't provide metal from everywhere. Of course, you can still go and play OTA maps on Zero, but yeah, it gets wild.
And Postal?
Oh, I'm sorry. What was I supposed to be answering?
How you guys have handled metal maps in VMod, but also how you've handled the Moho.
The Moho has been changed to be quite a bit more efficient, so it's actually worth building now, which is a big plus for just about everyone who rather enjoys playing OTA, because like it actually makes it so that you're getting your economy ramped up. It is a little bit more based on territory, which before it is not. Sorry, I'm not as good at talking and clicking as I probably should be as a pro gamer.
It's fine.
So you can also see what I'm doing here is I'm just sending units to their death, and that is intentional.
You can make more.
Yep. This is more just to, the fact is I'm automatically sending them. It doesn't take any time for me to really manage.
Of distraction.
And so it's just to keep him busy while I am happily doing other things.
So last game, or earlier, we talked about somewhat meme strategy with the fact that you can pick up a commando in TA with a T1 transport. You cannot do that at subcom. Now, one of my predecessors for the SCTA mod did something. He never finished it, thankfully. And I don't know how he'd do if he did. But in OTA, you have to pick up enemy units with your transports, which results in very funny memes.
And what gets you banned from servers.
This is also true. What are your opinions on that?
On lifting? Lifting is never a problem, because most players are good enough to be able to avoid it.
Its existence is cancerous.
I disagree. I think it's funny.
It is funny. So I did disable it in my mod.
If you're actually trying to play a game, it is cancerous.
It doesn't happen very often in OTA simply because most players know how to deal with it so well that just a good player will assume that you know how to handle it. So it just won't be an issue.
Oh, when you're playing like noobs on when you're a noob like me.
Yeah, then it's basically noob bait, but it doesn't really happen to people who aren't noobs.
That's one thing that in the SCTA mod I'm not planning on ever bringing into it.
Yeah,
I would disown you if you did.
What did you say, Bals? I heard you
I
would.
I said I would disown you if you did.
Good. Glad I have not done it then. But yeah.
It's like, haha, funny. Can we actually play a fucking game now?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And there's also just the amount of, yeah, it's just I you know, once again, the reason why I've not put it in and I'm not planning to, and also why I was always especially curious why Raven wanted to do it. Raven confuses me. But much as I like to, you know, somewhat blame him at times, without his mod, I could not have done any. I could not have gotten to where I am today.
Seems like he's taking a page out of Coolneck's book here with the massive numbers of stumpies.
So now another thing to mention about I want to talk about here. So, you know, we kind of talked on this briefly in the previous game. So, Stumpies and Samsons, well, not Stumpies, Samsons and Slashers in OTA, you know, we would think them in subcom as, you know, anti-air mobile tanks. That's not how they actually worked in OTA. They worked very differently.
Yeah, Samsons behave as, and Slashers behave as like a territory control unit.
That factory too close. It seemed like it.
Yeah, I think I did. So we're gonna adjust that here.
Dude, you know, I've always compared them to being like an Aurora unit, if you know what that is, postal.
Aurora, yeah, kind of.
So. TA also we have like 4 or 5 tech lines technically, one for each con type.
That is right.
How besides, you know, the obvious stat differences, I would say, like, you know, besides the obvious air, the tech line was the advanced air and, you know, all that fun stuff. You have the sea tech line and land, which is the main different ones, at least to my understanding. How do you guys in TA tackle having to juggle the different engineer types?
You just get used to it. It doesn't. It's just not something you really think about.
I don't recall it ever being an issue back when I used to play.
Yep.
This is
what you did, and this is just the way it is.
Yeah.
Like, I came to Supreme Commander and I was like, oh, everything's condensed. I guess this is convenient.
I'm having the same opinion. Just last time I played OTA, actually played, I'll just get into it as quick spawn game to build a quick unit to test it. Was I think in 06 or something like that, right before Subcom came out. And what all differences between engines? Because I've read how there's something called maneuvering distance. What exactly is that? Forgive my noobishness.
Who was that directed at?
Anyone who can answer that, technically it was postal.
Yeah, sorry, I'm very, very clicking right now. All right,
yeah.
I can finally hammer this out right here.
Because if it was a Supreme Commander technical question, I could easily cover that. But my modding days of Total Annihilation were... I mean, I was very young at the time. I didn't release any of the stuff, and I didn't really delve into any of the back-end coding stuff.
Have I? Actually, Vohv, you can answer this question. What exactly is maneuvering distance? And what does that mean for you?
Maneuvering distance statistic for units. So yeah, the units have those three mobility settings, or how you want to call them, like roam, stand your ground, and maneuver. And the maneuver setting basically allows the unit to engage targets within the maneuvering distance. If they move beyond that, then they will return to their original position or patrol route or whatever.
Okay. And this is a question I do not know the answer to, and maybe you do, but do you know any kind of similar stat in Subcom? Based on what Vohv just described?
No, there isn't.
Yeah.
You would have to hard code that kind of stuff, which would require you to have a persistent thread checking distances all the time, which can get very bloaty, and it's not the sort of thing you actually want.
Yeah. That surprised me. So what is under unit stats you have the guard distance under AI and the unit BP. What does that actually mean then?
That is mostly used for aircraft to return to airpads.
Ah. So that's the distance of which they will will the radius of which it will grab the aircraft to return to it.
More or less.
Yeah. Cool. So, any other question I guess to ask you about this? Because we had Vohv here talk about metal maps here a few minutes ago. You've created some code in Bouillon that two of which I have actually utilized in SCTA, the title and the wind generator. You want to tell us about how you did that? And kind of the contrasted with the Raven's amazing code that I think I've shown you at some point.
Well, the codes weren't worlds apart, really. We just kind of approached the problem from different angles. Raven's code had a single thread which every cycle would find all of the wind turbines and define their wind stats on them, whereas mine had a central thread that just had the stats and was updating them, and the individual turbines would seek out that data instead. The tidal generators, for those ones, the amount that they produce is based on two approximations of how much water is on the map. One that is from the actual engine water fraction, which is an exact measurement, and one approximate measurement, which takes 16 evenly spaced grid positions and checks how many of those are water and takes a percentage from that, and then it just undulates between the two based on a sine curve.
Makes sense. As a question, are those 16 grids, is that any way related to the AI sweat O grids? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, I didn't know about the Intel IMAP at the time. It was just a random subdivision of the map. Like if it was actually based on the iGrids, then it would be a 16 by 16 offset by a 30-second. So that it would be in the middle of each of the grid squares, whereas this one is just straight up dividing it by that amount and taking the those points.
That makes sense. And then anything you want to mention about the wind stuff, wind and tidal stuff?
I mean, how much can you really say about wind and tidal stuff? The actual designs for the tidal generators, I didn't take much inspirations from the TA ones, mostly because I wanted them to fit within the same footprint as standard Tech 1 power generators, which, if you're having the sort of design that the TA tidal generators have, then you're either going way above that 2x2 grid area, or it's going to be tiny and not loop right. So I went for upright turbine shapes. As opposed to like structure with the turbine on the side, like the TA ones are.
Makes sense. Now, there is one thing I want to make fun of Raven here as well, kind of myself, keeping it along. So, you kind of mentioned how, if you had that selection code that Vohv described in Subcom, it would basically be, I would say, something that would kill the sim. There was actually a function in SCTA originally that we created. What you see here and how TA does its building very accurately, like a lot of things that Wave did. It's called the animation thread. I remember I showed you that one time and you just, you told me to kill it.
It was just kind of badly done. And there were a lot of things that it was checking and then never using. Like, it was pulling in data that it was never using. It was pulling in the same data multiple times. Like, regardless of how good the concept was, the execution was bad.
Yeah, and then, that ultimately I found it very buggy. And I was like, why didn't it just inherit the base code?
There are a lot of situations it should have done that.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it. I think my favorite, and actually, this is something I want to mention.
So guys, just for watching here, you can see what I'm doing is I'm basically just taking and streaming units, doing automatic move orders and doing it out of my base. I don't particularly care that he is crashing into the side of my base on one side. It probably doesn't bother him too much because his base is going to be moving down to here, but I'm about to be attacking it from the south with these factories, which will be causing even more problems for him. So I'm going to continue to keep up the pressure. You can see the stream of units is what's defending me. And so here we go. I found some fusions. These are good targets. And I'm currently at the same time I'm building up my lovely hawk swarm. Got lots of cons coming out. These guys have gotten their stuff done. Now what you do is you press Control Z, select all, and then take that and then do a thing on it, and then now I can basically build. Oh shoot. That is a cloak commander right next to a Zeus that has gotten through, so we're going to not reveal my commander. And we're going to take care of that.
So Postal,
I don't know where that Zeus came from.
I don't know. It came from over the rainbow and through the woods.
What we're going to do is I realize I need to drop one of these, and also, because I have all this super fancy stuff, I can build a automatic radar targeting really quickly, and then we can build a few doomsday machines, and we're going to be all good.
Yes. Now, Postal, the thing I want to point out here...
Okay, this is the commander. We can go ahead and probably win the game on this. I don't know if I should do it right here.
But unlike,
I should take my opportunities, right? Because I don't want to be humiliated and accidentally lose.
Yeah, send the lumps in and just finish it.
Yeah. You actually have a lot of T1 units.
I do. Okay, he's coming. He's degunning now. He knows that I've got a vamp swarm too, so this is the real commander because that is the real degun.
Oh yes, decoy commanders. Can you tell us a bit about how decoy commanders work?
Decoy commanders are just fake commanders. They're not like
I think
there you go. Yeah, they're not like, they just look like commanders. They don't build very well, but they are useful for underwater reclaiming. So
I'm just saying, I am such a better coach than you.
I mean, I don't know how that Zeus got next to my base, but
how did you enjoy the revenge?
It was nice. It felt easy. I think that's probably how it felt when you were playing me.
And either like 10 or 15 minutes in, he was actually ahead in resources.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a good build order on this map. So
He got it up before you did.
yeah, that was my problem. I realized I just completely forgot about energy while I was talking about how to play the game.
Not be more proud of you.
So
Swkoll,
yeah.
there we go.
Yes.
So yeah, Swkoll, how'd that feel for playing a metal map there? Did you get the feel the franticness and the hordes of units that you're not even supposed to care about?
Yep. This is Crazy Rush. 100%. We figured out where it came from today, guys.
Yeah.
Metal maps.
Metal OTA metal maps. So here's our metal production. You guys can see the resources. Yeah, I was kind of surprised that I was like, okay, he's actually open on the top side, and I'm like, he must have been having trouble getting all of his 360 streams of units going. But the stumpies were nice. They were. I was surprised that you were straight stumpies and didn't mix it up a little bit, but I figured that was TimmyFred saying go stumpy all the way.
Yeah,
That was the plan. Do whatever Timmy says.
I gave him a solid opening build.
Mm-hmm.
He executed it pretty well, and like I said, he has played enough Supreme Commander to understand the concept of just keep building.
Yep, don't stop. If you stop building, then you've done something wrong. So I was surprised that you didn't have any Hawks yet.
We were having trouble, like, just communicate, like, just, so that group of Idlecons, get them building this stuff, and like which group? Because there were 14
Yeah, because you can't
groups.
mark when you're trying to coach, and that's something if we do actually do like a coaching stream, it's to be able to actually mark. So maybe it'd be better to like have a person who's allied just hide a comm in the corner and turn off sharing,
Right.
and then that way you can actually click marking on the map, and that would actually probably make for better coaching, a better coaching UI.
Right.
So now it's time for us to go to FAF, guys.
Yeah, we can head on over there. We can make Swkoll feel like he's good at video games again.
Yes, looking forward to that.
All right. Well, I am going to get out of here, guys. But good games.
Timmy,
Thank you.
thank you for joining us.
Thanks for the coaching.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Yep.
Thanks for the draw.
Hey, see, yeah, are you really the better coach? Because
So I stopped my lasers from shooting at him when he didn't go to my commander the first time. Just like I was spamming S to try to get him to stop shooting so that I wouldn't kill him.
you were close. You were too close. You were close enough anyway that he could have just degunned you.
No, I definitely could have run away if I wanted to. Remember, this is VMine. The commander explosion distance is lower.
Oh, that's right. You did lower They did lower that.
And I totally could have run and let my laser towers kill him, but I didn't. Because I have honor. Brutus is an honorable man.
Honorable, you say? Honorable. What did David Serlin say?
To treat noobs with respect, or else they won't want to come back. I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
I suppose. Give them the draw. Give them the draw.
All right.
Take what I can get.
I'm out of here. Good games, guys. Good luck,
right.
Postal, and getting absolutely hammered by Swkoll.
All right.
Yeah.
GG.
Yeah. Yeah, Corb. Hey, Corb. Haven't seen you in a while. For those who aren't in the know, Corb is my one of my clanmates from the FFAX clan. Good to see you, sir. Yeah, I should have made it. I needed to make more AA. I didn't because I was I was just building, and I did have a little bit of confidence that I don't know. It takes a decent amount of coordination to get mass Hawks going, and I kind of figured I had enough Vamps already that if a Hawk swarm came in, I was going to be okay.
So let's go first map. Swkoll, do you have any posts? Do you have map preferences? You're the challenger here now.
Oh, jeez.
Astro Crater, perhaps?
You know, for those who may have heard, I am now an expert at Astro Crater. I played my very first Astro Crater game the other day. I had no idea that this was the noob version of FAF, but I managed to win, and so I am officially one step above Nubcake. And for those who are wondering how that's spelled, it is Nubkake. Not to be confused with Noobkaki. That would not be what that is. That has two Ks.
Bukake. If you wanted to try something wild, I've got a fresh mod release that I released just 3.5 hours ago.
Oh, the demonic spouse.
Tyler, I did play for, I want to say, like, I came in like 2005 is when I showed up in Zone. I primarily played on Phoenix Works, but I would play with once Phoenix Works. Once my clan started shifting over to their team matches to Zone, then I would play on Zone a bunch with them. And then I played with like the N1 guys and stuff. Warzone was my primary location, Warzone and Phoenix Works. So I was primarily active from 2005 until 2010 for the most part. But I did play starting in 97 all the way up to then. So. Alrighty, so yeah, who's hosting this here?
I can host something, I suppose, unless actually maybe Dragun, you should.
Oh, wait, sorry, who's that saying, Balthazar? Are you saying you have a fresh mod? Were we gonna try this?
Yes, you should try my latest mod release. It is currently sitting on most recent.
Right after my mods.
Okay, that's true. We did promise the people SCTA, so let's do that, and then if we have a little extra time.
You can do both.
What is this mod?
Yes,
Go into it completely blind.
yes, this mod is amazing. I can vouch for it.
Okay, I guess we're doing it then.
All right, is this Stonks?
Yes.
So the
Stonks.
name of it is Stonks.
Yes.
Search.
I'm having a stronk. Is that what we're going
Yes.
with?
Are we investing in some Stonks right now?
Yes.
Is this a UI mod or a sim mod?
It's Sim.
All right, all right.
CLF. I remember, Tyler, I remember the CLF clan. Gosh, who else was in that? That's reaching pretty far back. You have to tell me what your full handle was, and I could tell you if I recognize it or not.
So
Okay, so I pressed install, and it installed quickly. So now we're going to go play SCTA with Stonks mod.
Yes.
Do I need to update?
Sure.
Do I need to update our stream description?
So which SCTAs do we want?
we need fix and balance.
And Stonks.
Yes.
All right, I am
Um,
now hosting something. It's unclear what.
I do remember Tyler. I do remember Guapacha. I remember that. I remember him. Yeah, no, I agree with you there, Max. No mod picture. Is there a reason for no mod picture?
It's the most best and glorious mod.
The mod picture is just because this is one of the first times I've actually uploaded to the vault. All my other uploads have been handled by other people.
Oh, so, but you would presume have a picture of Meme Man standing in front of Stocks?
Meme Man was in the icon. Yes.
I'm expecting this replaces the ACU with Meme Man.
No
How far
spoilers.
off? Oh.
So right here, guys, for the stream, you guys can see, we have Stonks. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I pressed join, and then nothing's happening. Did I do something wrong?
No, it's downloading everything.
Oh, okay.
It should only. I mean, I had to update SCTA balance today because of the VROC. The diplomat was bugged, and I had to fix that.
Mm-hmm.
So you only have to download one mod, and I tested it, and nothing should be breaking. Hopefully. I say that, and after time, things still break.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Hopefully, fingers crossed for everything working out here.
So now, one thing I do want to talk about here so we mentioned the cloaking commander in the previous game, that you played.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's actually in Subcom, cloaking works very differently. Well, not that differently, but differently.
There's stealth and cloak, I believe. Now there is stealth and OTA, but it's you either have it or you don't. It's not a It's not a thing. That's just like
yeah,
you can turn on and off, like
yeah,
cloak.
the thing I was wanted to specifically get at here was in TA you have a distance. If I get close to you, you decloak.
Yeah, if somebody gets too close.
It's not a thing in subcom. And I had to obviously I had to recreate that mechanic for the SCTA mod. It's been a very fun process, by the way.
Yeah, I see that would be somewhat difficult.
But to say that this is probably one of the reasons why this mod will never be unloud.
Alrighty. We are currently...
You might need a restart.
Short range unit detection functions are not super expensive. It gets more expensive when you're doing longer ranges.
Okay, it's not as sim killing as I thought it was.
No. It also depends on how often you're checking as well.
I think I currently have it set to a second, I believe. 11 ticks.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Yeah.
It's also only like range 5, which is kind of nothing.
If I have not changed the range since whenever you rewrote the code that I sent you. That one time, so it should still be about 4.
I think I set it to 5.
I am still downloading mod. I am sorry, people.
The poor file server is not having a good day.
What mod are you downloading?
I got Stonks really fast.
The Stonks is like a text file, apparently.
Stonks is like 2 meg.
What mod are you downloading, by the way, Postal?
It says it's SCTA fix.
I haven't changed that. You got that yesterday.
I sure did.
I'm confused.
You know.
I don't know, maybe he's accidentally loading an old version.
Well, you didn't download the updated version, did you?
No, alright. We're gonna close this lobby. We're gonna go install it on our side too.
I'm confused. So the lobby's closed, now what do I do?
Well, now you have to like shut everything down and restart it, because otherwise you're gonna have to wait for it to download anyway.
Okay, I just closed it. Going back in.
Murder it.
Hold up, we're downloading it.
You know, I should have changed my background to a technical difficulties background, because we probably knew that was going to come.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think I ever had a stream for a SCTA show match where something did not break.
Guys, for those who are watching, this is how you know that we are, in fact, not pros. Yes, Albert, precisely. We are professional streamers right here. This is what we do to make a living.
I know, there's not even a frame on the window.
I know, yeah, it's true. And by the way, we are not sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Are we sponsored by Microsoft?
I think we are, that's why I should have changed it to technical difficulties. Okay, here we go. All right, so I am back, and am I re-downloading this mod? Is that what's going on here?
All right. Well, do I need to re-download SCTA Bounce too?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, Dragun, this was I'm blaming you for this one. Oh wait, now it says I can either trash this mod. Okay, I'm re-downloading Balance.
Yeah, you should only need to download Balance, because you have updated version of Fix. You should anyway.
I do, yeah.
All right. I am now hosting with correct versions. Allegedly.
Hopefully.
And also, Albert, believe it or not, we did actually try and we did some testing before we actually launched the stream too. So that's how pro we are. All right, there we go.
We only did TA testing. We did not do SCTA
That's true.
testing.
We did the thing that broke last time. Okay, we're going into play. We're going to custom game. There's a game that has my name on it. That's so special.
Yeah.
Twin Rivers.
Now, also, on topic of loud, I do what you want. The other thing I wanted to talk about here today. So you actually have one of the few modders I know that actually mods for the different environments that FA is played in. Steam, retail, loud, and FAF.
Yes.
What's it like to do that?
It depends on which element of the game you're trying to do it for.
Group
Sometimes
formed.
it's just a case of, like, my code's so custom, the original code is redundant, so it doesn't matter what it's played on, because the original code is just ignored. That is basically only in the case of my cheat spawn menu code.
All right, Postal, do you have a map preference?
Hold on here. I can't say I do because I don't know the maps very well. I know there's Fields of Isis, but
Oh, you know what would actually? We should do a random map.
you know that's the thing. I mean, it depends how stonk these stonks are. All right, chat. For some reason, it looks like I am not going to be able to see my chat while I'm in game here. So someone will have to tell me. Actually, no, here I can.
Vohv, Baus, and I can focus. Yeah. So
I
yeah.
can.
Well,
I have an idea here because I have a felly tone.
I'm gonna go rehost this.
You can rehost.
Yes, but with
Okay.
random map.
Okay, so I just hit exit.
Yes. Oh, should we do unexplored Dragun? Get it?
I mean, you get all the thin mods installed. Sure.
Let's just stack everything on top of each other till it breaks.
Wait, we're getting another mod?
Swkoll can handle that part.
Not technically, no.
Yeah, but so Balthazar, as you were saying, so besides cheat spawn menu,
Besides the cheat spawn menu, which just replaces that menu completely, and has also been integrated in FAF and Loud anyway, so it's not like you'd need to run that anywhere other than Steam and original retail. And also, original Supreme Commander 1, it works on that mod.
Neat.
Yeah, a lot of the times it's basically just checking the version number and having an if block for the different things.
Okay.
There's been, on the whole, there's not a
Group
huge number of
formed.
differences. It's usually finer minutiae that changes. Finer minutiae that breaks fucking everything.
Oh, tell me about it.
3 mods.
Yes.
Stonks. Okay.
All right, whenever you're ready.
I hit the ready button.
All right.
The funny thing is, so I play TA with the left click interface, so it takes me a little time to switch and get used to it. But I'm playing TA faction here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll be playing UEF.
Oh my gosh, what is this?
All right. Yeah, all right, there we go. And on the mix. Oh,
I told
and
you, best mod.
I am behind on the stream. There we go.
I'm... Oh my gosh. No, we're not doing this, are we?
I mean,
See how much you can do.
What's going on?
I'll leave it to you, Postal. It's your stream. What do you want to do with this?
I want to have an actual regular game.
Okay, so why is my map entirely black?
It's unexplored. You have to scout it to figure out what's out there.
Oh, fascinating.
I did want to have a regular game as well as the Crazy Rush game was not Stonks. This just is glorious, and I wanted to have it, at least show off a quick on show.
There you go, everybody. This is some classic stonks right here.
Well, if you
Nice
zoom
stonks.
out, it's playable because the models don't render anymore.
That's true. Yeah, then I can see.
That's a
what
lie. The moment you guys build a Krogost or Fat Boy or any fire experimental, you will see the Stonks again.
It's true. So, Balthazar, does this literally just take everything and turn it into stonks?
I had to specify that it shouldn't change the frame around the map into the Stonks head. Because originally it did do that. There are,
Very stonks.
yeah. There are, I think I ended up with 13 different Stonks models for all the various units, so that you'd have an appropriately sized Stonks head.
And what drove you to do this?
That's the real question.
What Cthulhu-esque Lovecraftian horror were you exposed to?
Albrecht wants to know what a Stonks tree group looks like.
It looks like a single tree in the middle until you roll over it with a vehicle of some kind. When the trees start falling, then it'll animate the individual trees as Stonks heads.
Is this? I'm not sure if this is the greatest mod ever or the most horrifying.
I think the correct response to that is yes.
Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at... There they go, we're knocking over the Stonks heads.
The trees.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, this is not Stonks.
Alright, we successfully found your base postal. It took us some doing, but we figured out it was across the map.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of thinking that was where we'd be here.
Oh, if you want to know which team a specific Stonks head is, look at the eyes. The team color is in the eyes.
It's amazing.
Oh my gosh,
What?
that's true.
Oh my god, the attention to detail. Just.
I don't even know how to feel about all this.
This is why I always tell Balthazar, the reason why I pay them for their work.
Okay, so what just happened there would never happen in OTA, where LLT blasts a fighter out of the sky. But it was cool, so I gotta say.
Oh, I forgot air isn't good. Well. Oh god, the
dropping Stonks heads?
Yes, the mod literally goes through every single model, and barring a few very specific exclusions, turns them all into Stonks heads.
Can you call your commander post? I'm curious. I want to see something.
Okay.
Wow, the particles are Stonks. Amazing.
Yep. Particles are Stonks, the projectiles are Stonks.
Stonks.
Are the Stonks also Stonks?
I want to see if the,
Yes.
I want to see
The thing is, like, I actually don't know what I'm doing because I'm just looking at Stonks heads. I don't know what's what.
Yeah, so that's when we host the game and play a game. I think Balthazar has enjoyed showing off their mod.
Hey, wait a second, what's this? Is that a Stonks wreckage?
Yes.
That is one of the most hideous Stonks I've ever seen.
You should see what happens when you get adjacency bonus.
Okay,
Which we can't get it today.
I can't get his TA. We have to go.
Wait, it's just like a normal line. Oh god, the nodes. The lowest poly Stonks I've ever seen in my life.
It's all Stonks.
Amazing.
I don't know where my labs are even. It's like...
Yeah.
Pretty sure I'm in at least one of the circles of hell right now. Hard to say which.
Yeah, so guys, this is we host now. The regular game. No.
I mean,
Sure, you see the
Swkoll,
field generator.
You don't think Swkoll can beat me here?
It would be
Just a
a
few
pound.
minutes. This is the fastest Stonks head I've ever seen. There we go.
I do want to get 2 regular games in still, so we only have an hour left.
Oh god,
Oh,
the Stonks tree groups. Oh god, you have a lot of built units actually. Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh,
but I
no.
forgot that instigators are like labs. So I built
Run,
instigators
Stonks.
thinking they were instigators, but... Run, Stonks, run. Although, your tanks are faster than my labs.
Curious how that works.
Yeah.
Probably because I need to increase their speed. I need to look into that. It should be a 20% increase from whatever the TA speed is. Which admittedly actually is very slow.
Look at the Stonks flying everywhere.
That's Stonks.
You don't need to kill my Geo. You don't want to kill my Geo.
Oh, I don't?
No, that's not something you want to do.
Oh, okay.
My Stonks is shooting Stonks at the Stonks.
So, also, another thing I want to talk about, Vohv, you can talk about this too, because you dealt with SCTA. So, one of the things I dealt with in SCTA initially, which is no longer the case, but was the case quite a long time ago, was in SCTA, I had, a bunch of basically wreckage models that every TA unit, when they died, would go to. In Fubcom, that's handled in the engine with the wreckage shader. And correct me if I'm wrong, Balthazar.
Yeah, I mean, that's a concise summary of it. In Swkoll, there is a single prop that handles all of the wreckages normally, and it's dynamically, the actual mesh of it is dynamically created from the final pose of the unit in question.
That is a lot of stonks being fired here.
They're not even shooting stonks, like, I don't think.
It depends on the weapon, if it uses a mesh for the projectile or not.
Just because basically 80% of TA units, because I have not changed that yet.
You don't need to kill that con.
But in
Alright, we'll spare it. We'll be nice.
Thanks.
In Vohv, in TA, you have to create individual wreckage mesh for each unit correctly.
Yep.
Yep. And it is a pain in the ass, and it also doesn't respect if you have multiple death animations.
Oh yeah, and again, the reason why I had to give it to them, and I had to give it to the Ravens once. But
Wait, are my guys shooting stonks? No, they're shooting lasers. Okay.
Oh, wait, hold up, I'm being attacked.
Beam weapons and particle emitter weapons will not have stonks heads because they don't actually use meshes. If it uses a mesh projectile, then it will be a stonks head.
So all TA missiles should be Stonks heads. Now, Asa, I'm gonna let you dig on someone that I know you love to fight on. But there are multiple weapon types in Subcom. There's beam weapons, laser type weapons that we see that we have in TA, missiles. And there are some mods, to name which one, which does interesting things with these weapon types. What type of...
Okay, this is ridiculous. It's just stonks flying everywhere. Okay, you guys need to kill the units that are killing you. Ooh, con, kill the con. I will not.
Don't kill the con.
Okay, I didn't.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, so,
It's okay,
Alright,
we've got a plan.
at your time as a modder, what are the various times you've seen other mods, or even your own mod, interact with the various weapon types in interesting ways, like the Loyalists, anti-missile shield thing?
The anti-missile shield thing isn't really a weapon. A lot of the more interesting finger quotes weapons are not always, strictly speaking, weapons.
Hey, Dragun, where'd my D-gun go?
It's the it's the next quote, that thing.
This?
It's the Black Sun.
Ah, there it is. Okay, yep, okay.
Yeah. I wanted to change the symbol, not be something besides the D gun, besides the overcharge, to try and make it a bit more decorative. It's not the same thing.
What is...
Oh
yeah, that's some heavy duty stonks right there. All right, we're just gonna zoom in and watch the stonks go everywhere.
Yeah.
Commander under attack.
Oh, try and showcase what the shields look like before you end this.
Oh yeah,
Notice
we're doing that right now.
A stonks head D-gun.
Unfortunately, it was merely a diversion.
Commander under attack.
Oh my god.
There's some more stonks D-gun right there.
System enabled.
Actually, so, as a tangential aside here, the D-gun code is the only reason I have not
System
actually
enabled.
There we go. We're gonna D-gun some more stonks right
Commander
here.
under attack.
In SCTA balance, I did damage,
System
but not in
enabled.
the core code is still basically a reason.
No, leave the energy up so I can degun with more stonks.
System enabled.
No, I've got stonk-based
Commander under attack.
Sparky drop. Now, the Sparkies could have walked there, but that wouldn't have been as cool, so we dropped them.
I don't know what.
System enabled.
So
Are those engineers that shoot?
Yes,
Commander
they're
under
cons
attack.
that shoot.
That's
They're
fancy.
kind of, they'll make a creative comparison. It's not at all accurate. They're going to die full stop. Trying to get out of this.
I've known that for a while.
System
I'm
enabled.
just
I mean,
degunning
where
with
can he
my
go?
stonks.
But don't we want to
Commander
see
under
the
attack.
stuff?
This is the
We
most.
already have the shield up. Oh.
I can't
I'll
see it.
hold fire. Oh, wait.
I should be able to see your base though.
Too late.
There we go. So I can see a base. I don't see the shield gen. Where's the shield gen?
It's in your base.
Oh.
Fit to the south.
Go to your base.
It's big brain stonks. Look at that. He is just, it's galaxy brain stonks. I like it. Oh wait, with the stonks face.
yes.
There we go. You see the eyes?
It's amazing.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. A Scathus would probably be pretty sweet, firing stonks across the entire map.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
And there's a fun thing with the size of the stonks heads. I put a lot of effort into making it so that it gives each unit a appropriately sized stonks head for the size of the unit. I made no effort at all for projectiles because I thought it was hilarious to see something like a Lobo firing fuck-off huge heads that shatter into smaller heads that are just way bigger than it.
That's amazing.
So
I
I
think
deliberately
I'll
left that.
Stonks.
Don't forget to vote 5.
5 out of 5. Wood stonks again.
Yes.
You know, maybe we should just pull up the mod client and, you know, do what needs to be done. So we're doing Crazy Rush next? Is that the plan?
We want to do. I want to do a regular game without stonks. Then we can do Crazy Rush.
Oh,
Hold on.
alright.
Write review.
So yeah, that is a occasional off and on again tradition I have of releasing April Fool's Day mods.
Yes, and it's amazing. I love it.
Someone call Nines. Have them feature it.
A few years
My
ago,
review
I did.
is, how does one feel about stonks? Well, this mod is guaranteed to increase your net worth.
Next.
There we go. 5-star review.
5-star.
Yeah, a few years ago, I released a mod that replaces all of the weapons with knives. So you have to go around knifing things.
All right, going back to play custom games. I'm gonna let you host this here, Swkoll, because I don't know how to do that.
Do we want another random map, or do we want like a regular map?
I mean, we can play whatever you think, because I don't know my maps particularly well.
How about another like TA conversion? I guess.
We can do Gods of War. If Balthazar can scream at me about my questionable choices of boat replacements.
Also, chat, I'd like you to note that the Mercy and the Fire Beetle could technically be considered melee units.
Hey, what about the Invader and the Crawler? You know, the TA matters too. They have mobile bombs.
He said FAF, so
That's true. He did say FAF.
But SCTA's in FAF.
It's like saying like Black Ops and Nomads are in FAF. Like, sure, yeah, but like, are they really? Oh, I know what we should do. I know what we should do.
I did actually put a lot of effort into making a giant lobster bot that had melee claws.
Oh yes. Yeah. Oh, actually, also, while we're opening it up, you have a picture of that unit. We can show off that actually quite a nice little lobster bot you made.
This map That map looks big.
I have a video if you want
disgusting
me to show it a bit more in action.
If you want something that's actually reasonable, we can do that.
This one's reasonable?
No, absolutely not. In no circumstances is this a reasonable map.
We can play an unreasonable map. That's okay. I mean, I did play you in CPIA, which is the, you know.
There's a showcase video of that giant lobster bot experimental.
Yeah, very well good that route because real map Corey you probably have to download anyway. And you can watch that video while we're waiting.
I think
You know what's a better unreasonable map?
Group formed.
I'm missing
Sorry,
maps.
You'll have to re-download it.
So I have to leave and come back?
Yeah.
Okay.
The plan is hard FFA.
Wait, what? Is that map?
It was in the ladder at one point, which means it's a very serious competitive map.
When do I play ladder scroll?
Well, I don't. This was in that a very, very long time ago, and it has never returned for one might say good reason.
Okay.
Uh,
All right.
Chat has opinions about you playing the previous map. Postal.
I do not know what Kusogi is.
That was the previous one.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. All right. So, is this true that we're spawning in the middle?
Yes.
Wait, what?
You spawn adjacent to each other, underwater.
Huh.
So
Although,
you can't shoot
guys,
each other.
turn off stonks.
Oh yeah, it's turn off.
Yes, please.
Thank you for
I was so
reminding me.
I was so
Oh, the
confused. I
bunks.
didn't know what was what.
As amusing as it would be to see you play a second game with Stonks on.
I think that's how we get rid of all of our viewers of the stream. Well, I don't know. I mean, people love them stonks.
People seem to be into your horrors.
Yes.
People into tormenting me. All
Yes.
right, give me a hug.
So yeah, for those who never played SCTA before, what we're going to see here first is what I call the
Commander
drop
under
pod.
attack.
It's how I got around featured mod in this.
Hello, Postal.
Hello there.
How are you
Oh,
doing?
I see how this works.
Now
This is-
kiss.
Oh wait, you have an advantage here.
I have no advantage. You don't need to say anything at all.
Wait, surely
You can build extractors underground.
right?
What's that?
Can you degun me underwater?
No, but he can build titles.
What are those? Power generation? No, that's not gonna help.
Oh, yes.
It doesn't solve his problem.
Yeah, I guess the Swkoll player there only has access to mass in vanilla.
Yeah. As opposed to you probably should build like a sea factory.
I'm sorry, Postal.
Well, there's a thing I haven't seen very often.
So, funny trivia, in the original Raven version of this mod, the TA commanders were reclaimable.
That's an oversight.
Oh yeah,
were,
tell me about it. I was like, wait, what? Not the stuff I've seen once again Raven do in this mod. I've never stopped questioning my life.
I mean,
Finish?
Peace out.
Oh no!
That's
That's
or something.
That was a very
Maybe.
fast build unit right there. I gotta say.
that's
Yay.
Okay, wait, where's my commander? Oh, there's my commander.
Oh, to answer your question, Squall, there was a point where the bug mechanic could dig underwater. That has since now been fixed.
All right,
It
good.
should be.
All right, so I really messed up. That ship should not have gotten away. And now I might actually have to try.
Could you let me have one of these or two of them?
No,
No mess.
no, I'm sorry.
This is a funny meme.
No mess.
I like how my guy's just dancing, dancing, dancing.
I probably actually need to look into that while it's doing that.
So, like, are you doing something, or are you just like camping me here?
Oh, I built the drone first, which flew off.
What's a drone?
It's like a aircon.
Wait,
Yeah.
you get air cons?
Yes.
So the whole time I'm thinking you're just sitting here hugging me, and you're getting air cons.
Yes.
Well, that's
Well, aircon singular. Let's not get out of.
Big brain struts.
Yes.
Especially considering those drones can actually build stuff.
could you
So this is actually the meta on this map. Is you just follow the guy around forever. And if any of you ever tries to build something, the other guy just reclaims it.
That's really funny.
I mean,
I'm sorry, Postal. This is better than Kusoji.
Can we play the limit game, guys? Because I do want to show off the mods.
Someone should have stopped me.
I
Well,
didn't know what this map was.
No, fair enough. I'm a bad person. I apologize.
I mean, we did know from the outset that we started in the middle.
That's
That's
fair
true.
point.
but I figured
that
like,
was public knowledge, yes.
you
And
know,
yet,
had I known what was gonna
Do you know the
happen,
implications of that?
oh wait, no. Wait, where are you going?
keep babysitting me here.
I'm
You
concerned what that
technically do-
chip got up to.
I don't have any resources. You reclaim them all. It's up to nothing.
Well, hey, I'll build some mexes for you to reclaim.
Thank you. I appreciate what you've done for me.
Anything for you.
you know,
Ow.
yeah.
You can even capture them too,
No, because
if you like it.
then you just reclaim them.
Yes.
How fast is your drone build?
Sensitive NG.
No, I think it's actually slower.
No, it's 5. It's
Oh,
5.
yeah, it's 5. Yeah, same speed as a regular NG. Of course, the NG can build stuff that builds stuff.
This is
Some-
funny.
Well, not really. Just allow the chosen something more reasonable.
Yeah, we got scares you.
Alright, if you want, we can go do something like a real map.
Yeah, I mean, this is funny though. I do enjoy this.
You should have picked this map
Well, it was
last game.
For a couple
Oh,
minutes.
Oh no, that would have been something. Alright.
That would have
Well,
been
see,
the
that's
big
the
brain
problem.
play.
Last game we did a somewhat serious thing, so we gotta balance it out.
Okay, so in OTA, about a half dozen. There's no way this would be happening. He'd be very dead right now. That sub is so absurdly weak.
It's a very sad sub.
It's pathetic.
I'm still working on naval balance.
Yeah, so
It's-
you'd be very dead right now with the OTA sub.
Yeah,
Um,
Subcom are kind of.
I actually don't think this is actually gonna do it. No, like that's not even gonna do enough damage to stop him from getting something out.
yeah.
Alright, I'll control K here.
Yeah, this is we gotta work on naval balance here.
Yeah, I mean, technically, the TA subs will do like triple. They do have a 30% damage reduction against anything not Navy. Against anything not submarine, they do full damage against submarine stuff. So.
Wait, did you just by self-D'ing? Does that mean you wrecked my my low rating, so I can't join Crater games anymore?
Oh no, don't worry. This is a modded game. It doesn't count.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know, I have the power to rate these mods, Swkoll.
I have the power to take that away. Mod
Alright.
fight. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Let's see, what time is it right now? Okay, I got time for.
I also have mod that I have never used.
All right.
So we have time for like if we do it.
We can do a normal. We can do a normal game, and then I've got to run. But
You want to do Crazy Rush? It's the metal
Yeah,
map.
That's the whole point of this event was to do Metal Mush.
okay, let's do some Crazy Rush.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself. hard FFA is too much of a meme.
I just posted a load of screenshots of my lobster bot in the private chat, along with the video. Yeah, in Discord.
Oh, I just started. I will pull it up after we get this going here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the video's in there as well.
Group formed.
All right.
So,
So the shtick here is you start with 1 mass point next to your base.
Mm-hmm.
Once you build it, all the adjacent spots next to it will become mass points.
Okay.
You want to try to build your initial factory kind of far away because it'll sort of just blob out.
That makes sense.
actually, I just realized, how the fuck is the drop pod?
It would just
That'd
be
be
an
easy,
extra
right?
unit, wouldn't it?
It doesn't block the X, right?
I hope it. I assume it wouldn't. I never actually tested this on Crazy West though.
Oh no, we're good. Doesn't block the mechs.
Okay.
Dragun, should I build Janus?
The answer to that question, on Crazy West was always yes.
You should pronounce it correctly. Janus.
Mm-hmm.
How big is this map?
5x5.
Okay.
So small.
One thing that's sad here, you cannot get free upgraded maxes on Swkoll via Postal. I'm sorry.
If it matters, something's gone horribly wrong.
Yeah, no, So I want to mention here, just now that we're playing a regular game, one thing that I have done in the SCTA mod with a lot of the new models I've gotten, is I requested people for specifically anything that TA had only 1 exit. I've asked the person who made the new factory.
Yeah, you may have noticed in ProTA that there was actually exits out the top of factories, which was not a thing in OTA.
Yeah.
So certain units, you actually wouldn't be able to do what I was doing in ProTA.
Yeah.
Wow, I really do not remember my Crazy Rush builds. This is actually garbage.
I do not remember my Crazy Rush builds either.
Oh, I guess we're on even footing.
Just do a metal build. Metal map build.
Yeah, it's something like that. Figure it out, I guess. Oh, we cannot afford that.
Also, before I forget, I do want to say thank you, Vohv, thank you, Balthazar. I know you guys have both stayed up very late for this event. I do really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's about 6 in the morning here.
Oh no.
Sleep schedule is already some kind of messed up.
Yeah. But that's why I'm mentioning you guys. I do appreciate you guys taking the time for this.
Yes.
And so Vohv also have to leave you out of the dark. I've asked questions about Balthazar recently. So so the other thing I want to talk about today was in TA, unlike Subcom, you have multiple energy generation types. We've talked a bit briefly about this when Balthazar talked to wind stuff. You had wind, solar, tidal, fusion technically, and hydro, all that fun stuff. HTA's income is a lot more variable than Subcom's is. And what's it like playing that?
Well, I mean,
oh, you guys go first.
generally when I'm playing with my R&D mod on it anyway, which makes you start off with just the wind turbines, and for the factions I've made them for the tidal generators, you have to research the basic power generator, so you don't start with a stable form of energy income. So I don't think I can really answer that question properly, because that's not my experience in Swkoll.
Fair enough. That actually sounds really fun. I need actually Next time, okay, we'll do
Here's
that.
a
That's
K-Bot lab for
yes.
want to see.
Yeah, but so in Vohv, how would you deal with variable income, by the way, in TA0 for titles and wins?
Titles actually aren't
There is
variable.
no variable
Oh, yeah.
in TA0. I made them all provide a fixed income. So it's basically just a different kind of basic energy production on water or land. They're all working the same. The different factions have a different kind of energy production, so I have basic power generators for core and tidal generators for them. And while army uses solar panels for everything, so I couldn't really use those map-specific values for the titles and whatnot. They had to all produce same value everywhere.
Okay, then question I guess I will ask to Swkoll and Postal. Also, what has been your experience, with this? Like Swkoll, the experience today, having, played TA. You upgraded that factory, it's hilarious to me, Postal.
What's that?
You upgraded that factory, and it's hilarious to me.
This one? Oh, this one?
No, you upgraded your K-Bot lab.
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
I have infinite resources. Kind of.
Yeah, it works.
If you squint.
I was also going to mention that, other thing with SCTA that I'm still working on the fine-tuning of this. Is with TA, I can unlock their T2 by building, currently it's 12 T1 factories, and their T3 by building 8 T3 factories. Kind of the idea was to let people play as you would necessarily in TA, not necessarily having to upgrade. It's still a work in progress. Still finalizing how I'm going to actually have that work. But, whatever.
I do not know how to build all this stuff. Yeah, building this is a little different because you can't just hook a bunch of metal extractors. You kind of have to click on them.
Yeah. But at least they snap.
Yeah, they do. That does make it. But you see, on a metal world, that actually doesn't matter.
True.
It's enabled my Metal World mod.
Oh.
How did it go plan today? Well, it's a CTA fix, but we kind of,
Let's see if we buffed slashers at all.
They should have been buffed. They now have to. They should be buffed. They should be better.
Because my mod that makes any Supercom map into a Metal World map is on the Vault.
I need to talk to you something about that mod. Maybe mouse stuff. The one in the Bulan gameplay mods does work fine. But the Vault one, stuff. We'll talk about it later. Sorry, I'm getting ADD right now. Yes, but also has actually a great Metal World mod, but also it's kind of combat as well.
No, I'm pretty sure it's just mass.
Oh, jeez.
Measures as well.
Well, then someone uploaded a mod on your name that isn't actually a mod.
Hang on, let me check, see if I do remove Hydros.
I know the one in the Bulan gameplay mods does not. That's one we're going to use today. But the one that's just Metal World on the vault is also Hydros. But it's also Metal World.
We'll just get the cool.
Yeah, I didn't upload that.
Okay, so there's someone in your name.
It pulls the author data from the mod info.
So this is the example I want to make. Balthazar is very good at modding. but they're not yet. And I don't think I ever had a mission with the mod I've had Balthazar made downloaded, which made it actually kind of suspicious for the Metal World mod with their name on it in the vault. Because I actually did have saying where it caused the crash was the SCTA mod, not the one, once again, in the actual Bulan mod.
Yeah, there are very few of my mods that I've released outside of the packs, and that is not one of them.
And the mod is a 2014 Sean Beaton.
That is my name, although I'm pretty sure I removed that from a lot of my mod infos from more recent ones. From the old field, anyway.
It's edited by Chope 74.
No idea, that's not an authorized upload.
Okay, I will deal with that all then.
If you want, you can ping me later. Whatnot.
I mean, we both have the power.
Yeah.
The only person I've authorized to upload my mods to the vault is Fry.
Yeah. Because I'm like, I was surprised when that mod was SCT. I'm like, this is not something from else. And then the Bulan mod pack works fine. Just so.
Well, this is unfortunate.
Yeah, my proper one only removes mass deposits, it doesn't remove.
And the other thing it does too, I want to mention, which is nice for these maps, it adds drag build.
Yes.
Which you can imagine for a map like Metal Road is something you kind of need.
Yes.
I forgot to do that.
I forgot there are 2 resources in this game.
Ah.
Energy? Psha, who needs
Very
energy?
much like the
Unlike Total Annihilation.
Yeah.
I mean, his cons do produce energy organically,
That's pretty fancy.
technically.
Oh, my gun got destroyed. Okay, I feel like I need to try this again. Actually, I like how slashers are feeling. They're feeling a little better.
Yeah.
They actually kind of play a little bit more like OTA slashers. You see, I just get a nice pack of them, and they're managing to actually destroy some units. Well, the artillery is beating them, and I think that's fair. I think that's... Also, I mean, he has a gazillion more units than me, so we're just going to go ahead and walk in and blow them up.
After the game you had in December, I tried to rework them to be closer to how they worked in OTA. So there are 3 unique damage types for SCTA. Technically 4, but I don't count the first one.
Yeah, click my command control K. That's probably the best way to handle things right now.
Is you have what I call TA special damage, which is used are all anti-air weaponry and sub-weaponry that is not the Freedom Fighter and the Seaplane Fighters and the torpedo bombers that have anti-air
Commander
weaponry.
under attack.
They do 4 damage against their proper target, which is in this case submarines and air.
System enabled.
And then they're sort of their damage.
System
Okay,
enabled.
so that
Under
gave
attack.
me no kills, by the way, just so you know.
The D-gun,
The
yes.
D-gun gives me no
enabled.
kills.
I
Did
have
not have
tried
the
to
instigator correct set correctly?
I was
That's-
hoping to get some sweet veterancy by
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's-
but that I'll stop. I think because I think this is something with Overcharge in general. This Raven code I've not yet got around to changing yet because it's worked fine, except for that.
I was halfway on a fatty too.
That'll just be the instigator not properly passed in the damage.
Okay, cool. So that should not be hard to fix then.
Wow.
I say that, but you know, I don't think I've ever had a time where I said this and it's ever turned out to be easy.
Like, it'd be easy for me.
Yeah, Casey, I got the kills. Like the D-gun actually did damage, but it didn't count as kills. It only counts as kills when I use the laser on the units.
I'm gonna send actually so before I forget, I'll send you the code.
Yeah, it's probably just not passing the instigator correctly.
to ask you this about a while. I keep forgetting to.
Here we have a sweet, sweet melee crab.
Crab battle.
And my understanding is that this will be used for crab battling.
That's the code.
I'll take a look at that later.
Cool.
Yeah, if you stick a bit of the video on real quick, you'll be able to see it animating all nicely.
Which one's the video? Oh, there we go.
The top one. It has some nice dynamic tail script.
My favorite one in that video when it eats the thing, the Amanda thing.
Yes.
That's really nice.
Thanks.
It just eats him.
Yes.
Just instantly.
That's
Yeah, and it also tried to melee him, but like the mouth weapon was faster.
Insta kill anything it puts in its mouth?
Technically not, but realistically, everything that isn't an ACU. Like, it is possible to survive. It's just that ACUs and support commanders get like an 80% damage resistance, so they're the only thing that it can eat that could survive in vanilla.
That is a very, very fancy unit you have there.
Thanks.
Really?
It was like 80 hours of work.
I also like the TA music.
Oh, yeah.
The music in the background is actually composed by my brother.
Oh, it had a bit of a TA theme then.
Yes, I told him to make it sound vaguely like that. He also is quite a big fan of Jeremy Soule to begin with, so that wasn't a big ask.
Yeah, I'm a. Oh, and it swims too. Of course.
Yes.
I mean, it's an option.
How many animations does this thing have?
Like 30.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Insane.
So I think that's one thing I want to talk about. One thing I want to actually talk about here. So when I inherited the SCTA, there was a lot of almost all the scripts that you saw in it, all the animations that you actually were probably some of them actually called scripted animation, which is not the best thing in the world to use stuff like this.
Yeah, that's kind of that's expensive. Having something handled in Lua that could be easily handled in the sea.
Yeah, to be clear, I have as I've been going through model mission, I've been replacing these the scripted animations with stuff. But could you mind explaining to us, to chat why that's a problem?
Well, I mean, that's the basic gist of it there. Like, it's handling something in the Lua, which is the less efficient language that could be handled in the C code of the actual engine. And also, the C runs at 60 FPS, whereas the Lua runs at 10. So that's your limit.
Yep.
And it's 21 animation files it has.
That's a lot of work.
Yes.
All right, everybody. It's about time for us to wrap this up. Casey, Balthazar, you'll have to answer how much HP it's got.
195,920.
That sounds very specific, but I will have to believe that is a big number.
It is a very big number, and it is a reference to the person that commissioned it as commissioned it in memory of his friend that died.
Okay.
So it's 1959-2020, but without the last 20 because that'd be fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, hey everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed our wild and varied content tonight. I know we didn't get too much of a look in to stuff because we played some crazy things. Swkoll, thanks so much for being my punching bag in ProTA, and we'll have to catch. We'll have to certainly do this again sometime. Dragun, thanks for your work on SCTA. Balthazar, your fantastic input. Thanks to TimmyFred and Vohv as well for stopping by. And I'll have to catch you all some other time. All right, everybody, take care, and we'll see you around.
Thank you very much.
All right.